Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would make a background for one of these upcoming days where I know I'm going to be too exhausted to actually scrapbook either before or after work. And I'm not feeling that great right now, so I figured something fun, light, and easy would work. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, this is one of those videos where I don't have a heck of a lot to say. They're pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, so I am taking this Christmas wreath stencil that is in my Scrapping Reflection shop, and I am using some almond close to my heart ink with a ink dauber, and I'm just putting ink through the stencil. Now I am using a wreath circular stencil to go ahead and create a background. Now, I don't know if you know you can do this, but you can use your stencils for other intentions. So obviously this stencil was intended to be a wreath stencil, and I can say that it wasn't intended to be a wreath stencil because it's my stencil, so I know what the intention behind it was, right? But just because that is the intention of the product, that doesn't mean that that is how you have to use the product, right? So I am going to use this for a wreath. However, I am also using it for the background. Now, I feel like this is more of a natural wreath because of the acorns and the little branches. Now, also, fun fact, while I was inking this up, I really thought that these little branches could be coral in an underwater scene. Like, definitely could be coral. Not that I think that it looks like coral on my wreath, but if you masked off the other areas and used this as coral, it would totally look like coral instead of a twig. So there is that option. So like, think of other ways that you can use your stencils. They don't just have to be slapped down on a page. So now I've gone ahead and put the stencil on my page as it was intended, as an actual wreath. And in doing so, I am going to ink up the holly leaves first. Now, I don't know if you've been able to see it or even notice it, but the holly leaves do kind of pop up because they've got a little bit of a slingle dingle there. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what happens when you have a piece of a stencil that pops up like that. So I am just going to go ahead and be careful. I'm also going to use some Stamp Market detail blending brushes, which have been in my stash for a little while, and I have not used them yet. And I have not used them because they're so pretty and clean, and then I decided, Sandy, you need to stop being dumb and just go ahead and use them. So there we are. I stopped being dumb and I'm using them. So all of the inks I'm using are close to my heart inks. I find that these inks are really easy to use. They are in colors that I enjoy, and they are on a little twirly-whirly Lazy Susan thing that sits right here on my desk, and it's really really easy for me to just grab and go. So I'm using that blending brush to go ahead and put ink down on all of the little holly berries. So yeah, down on the little holly berries. So they are done. I was putting away some ribbon while I'm doing this voiceover, and I'm thinking I need to find a new place for my ribbon instead of so far across my room. My room is a travesty, and while I was doing this background, my husband came in and even commented on it, and he said, you know, your room looked so good, and there was stuff, but now there's stuff just all over the place, and that's kind of how it is. And now they're coming in the house. So I have this also other color ink, and Sorry, had to stop the video for a second because my husband brought me in a iced vanilla latte. Oh, it's delicious. Feels really good on my throat right now. I just don't feel good, guys, right? Like, been fighting some sort of head cold, and I succumbed today. Absolutely succumbed. I slept in. I woke up at 8:30. I came downstairs. I was asleep on the couch by 10 and slept on and off all day long until I came to do this this background. And I think I'm going to go get back on the couch and lay down again. I might take a nap before it's bedtime. So yeah, so now what I've done is gone over both of those greens with the first green I did, which was New England Ivy. The branches were done in evergreen, and then I'm going to take that almond color again and do the acorns. And then I decide that just the differing colors is not going to be enough for me for this background. I need a little something more. And what is my something more, you guys? It is Brutus Monroe Fallen Snow Glitter Glaze. I wanted to use my glitter glaze, but it is upstairs in the business area, so I didn't feel like going up and getting it, so we're using this gorgeousness. And there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as I created this background for future use. And make sure you hit up the Scrapping Reflection sale before it's over with tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.